Hi everyone, that's me, Kian again, the clown with camera, the artist with camera. If you're new on this channel, welcome, and if you know, hi again. Today's topic is why no one's understand you. As you may know or not, that's okay. I'm an artist. I make music by myself. I'm a content creator. I'm a YouTuber, TikToker, and so on. Everything I do is made by myself. And today I want to talk to you is why no one understands you, especially if you like a musician, a writer, or I don't know, or a drawer. And the first thing we should understand is that creative person are way too different than non-creative person. And you may say, but Kian, a lot of people are creative. Everyone can make art and so on. No, I think that not everyone was born to make art. No matter if you're drawing, writing a book, or making music, not everyone was created to create, because people who are not supposed to create, they just literally don't have any hobbies. I had friends when I was school and when I was at university too, when I had a big circle of people that were around me. Obviously, I had a lot of people to talk, and most of the people, they literally had no hobbies. For me, that's a shock, because as a creative person, since my childhood, I have a lot of hobbies. Whether it's singing, dancing, acting. I wanted to be an actress, so I've been acting. And I had a lot of hobbies, like my whole life. Some of hobbies I just may forget about them. Some of the hobbies still been with me, but I always had a hobby. And other my creative friends, they also always had a hobbies. But some people are just not supposed to do any art. They just don't have any hobbies. They like scrolling TikTok, watching content, watching films, movies, and so on, but they just don't create anything by themselves. To be honest, that's scary. You may love art, but not supposed to create the art. And when we start understanding that not everyone was made for creating to create, we understand that's the first signal why no one understands you, because you're surrounded by people who just on the opposite side of an art. They consume the content but not create the content. That's why they don't understand you. Why do you do your silly drawings? Why do you make your silly music what no one needs? Because I want. Because I'm the creator. I was born to create, so that's why I do my art, that's why I do my music, do my content. And you know what? I'm in my influencer era, so And when you understand the main thing that not everyone is a creative person, then you start getting why no one understands you. As I noticed, creative person, they always have their inner world. They always have their inner voice. They may be all silent, without emotions, just looking at the one point, have no emotions, but in their head, they have a greatest dialogues, they have movies, they have imaginations, their inner voice. And when they're silent, that doesn't mean that they just simply sit and do nothing. In their head, there's so much work. Wow, the whole world. Not everyone was born to create, and not everyone was born to have inner world inside, inner voice in their head. And inner voice is not about schizophrenia. That's not. It's about talking to yourself in your head. And that's why one of the reasons that no one understands you, because when you have your inner world in your head, you may just turn off from the real world, just go dive in your own inner world and just don't pay attention. Another story from my childhood. On this YouTube channel, I just started to sound like a granny that talks about stories from her childhood. That's a bit embarrassing, but I hope you enjoy my stories. The teacher's always been telling my mom that she's Instead of listening to the teacher, she just looking at the window. That's everything that I've been doing in school time. Looking at the window or just been drawing, also on the lessons. And that was not because I've been looking for something in a window or something like this. No, I just had my inner world. I just look at the window and in my head I just was on the stage singing my music and so on. And that's also the reason why for me it was a bit hard to make friends at school, because while other students were thinking about, I don't know, about fashion, about relationships, about school, about their education and so on, I just been in my head like, I don't know, I just been imagining that I'm an astronaut. I just go and discover a universe, like I'm on the stage singing my songs, or just been thinking about something else but in my head. And most of the kids, they just don't understood me because they thought I was an introvert. I was just had like a private life. For me, it was just hard to find a common language with other students. So in that time, I thought something wrong with me, but nowadays I understand everything is right with me. That just wasn't my people. Also, when you have your inner world, when you're a creative person, like it's common problem that you think too much, you analyze too much, and even if you don't fly in fantasies, in your dream castles, you just think and analyze too much. Because when I create something, no matter if I draw for myself, make content or make music, I just try to recognize all the feelings that I want to express in my art. When I sing, I don't know, about, just an example, when I sing about love, I just try to recognize all the time when I felt something close to love. Oh, I just try to recognize the others experience of love, the experience that I watched in movies, in serials, and I just analyze all the time. And when something is happening to me in real life, like right now, I also analyze it. I try to memorize all the feelings that I have, all expressions, everything. I just try to memorize and then analyze. Memorize and analyze. And in this moment, I'm very quiet. Like I just sitting or standing and just all silent, no emotions. I just analyze. And that's why some people who are not close to me, they may think that I'm a cold person, that it's hard to get friends with me. But when they start talking to me, they're always like, wow, I thought you were called introvert. I didn't realize that you were actually an extrovert. Like, I love talking to people. I love getting new friends. I love meeting new people, because the more people I meet in my life, the more I learn, the more I understand. We talk about different experiences, different life moments, and the more people you talk to, the more people you meet, the more you actually grow your mind. Your mind just wow, getting bigger and bigger, and you just become more wise. So I love meeting people, especially new people, especially people abroad from different countries, different languages. I love it. And at the first time they may think I'm cold, but no, I just analyze too much. I just don't know how to turn off my brain. And the other thing that I want to add, when you're creative, when your mind is working 24/7, you just have that thoughts that people who not into analyzing things, who are not into creativity, they just can't get by themselves. I don't know if you understand me right now or not, but I try to explain. For example, when at school and university time, we had a philosophy lessons where other philosophers, they've been telling their thoughts, and so on. To be honest, I don't remember their names, their thoughts. I can remember just the thoughts, but don't know who said that. I'm sorry, my bad. But I don't know history, I don't know philosophy. I'm a bad student. I always was the worst, almost the worst student. Just education is not for me. And at that moment, when I heard other philosophers' thoughts, I just, oh my god, I actually know it. Like, not because I found their thoughts anywhere on internet, but I thought it by myself. Before bedtime, I just been laying down, trying to sleep, and I thought, and I just got the thoughts that actual philosophers got. And when I listen to philosophers classes, I just like, but I know it. I know everything their thoughts. I can understand why they thought like this, why they thought like that, why they had these exactly thoughts, and I understand everything. But for other people who are not into creativity, who are not in art and so on, they just, for them, the philosophy was something new, something just what blows their mind. And I just like, okay. And I don't want to tell like, I'm better, I understand philosophy, you're not. No, I never judge people for something they don't know, they don't discover, they don't get, because we're all humans. Like, I don't know history, but I'm into art classes, and I'll never judge something who know history but don't know how to draw. No, I rather learn something to how to draw than judge something who just can't draw, because why judge real people? Something understands something better than you, or you understand something better than others, so why judge? Let's just teach each other. Be kind, guys. Being kind is the most important thing, for real. And back to the topic, creativity just brings a lot of expressions, a lot of emotions, thoughts, analyze, and you just start growing faster than others. Like, not physically but mentally, you start growing faster. And also, some of creative person may act like a child, and I also been judged multiple times that I act myself like a child. But you know what? That's how exactly I get in rest, because I analyze all the time, and when I'm with my friends, I just wanna act like child, have extra emotions, being too expressive, be loud, funny, laugh all the time, act like a child, because that's the way I get a rest. When I'm all alone, I just analyze all the time. I just be thinking, and just overthinking. That's why many people who are not into creativity, they just may think that something wrong with you, you weird, you act like a child, you're not serious, you this, you that, and so on. That's not a problem with you, not problem with other creative person. That's just a problem that one people into creativity, other people not into creativity. Creative person better in expression emotions, into making art, making something new, something unique. Non-creative person may be better in understanding science, better understands like physics, math. They may be better in engineering, and so on. The main topic that I wanted to say in this video, there is nothing wrong, absolutely nothing. It's just different. So if you're a musician, if you're a drawer, writer, or someone else, and you just get in face that no one understands you, just try to find other creative person. If you can't find friends, or you can't find someone who truly understands you, just let it be. It better be have no friends, no person to talk to, than every day be facing with judging and not understanding. Like, you have your own world. The whole world in your head. Use it. That was me. Here, the clown with camera, the artist with camera. Love life, love yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.